So today, we're going to be talking about the 5 things you really have to have a grip on before you get into the Amazon Marketplace. Hi, my name's Norm Farrar, aka The Beard Guy, and I'm here at Digital Marketer, and I'm going to be talking about Amazon. I've talked to all sorts of sellers, ranging from beginners, intermediate, right up to advanced. And guess what? A lot of these sellers don't understand these reasons. So you're actually going to have a competitive edge on your competitor just by knowing these 5 reasons. So first of all, let's talk about capitalization. If you don't have the proper capital, don't do it. If this is risk capital, don't do it. You have to be comfortable knowing that you could lose it all. Now, what's the potential of that? Not really that bad, but you should know that this is money you could lose. One of the things you should look at getting into the marketplace is knowing that you might need this money. If you can't afford to lose this money, then don't do it. Wait, save up. I know there's a lot of hype about Amazon right now, but what good is it if you can't feed your family? So let's talk about capitalization and what you need to know. Well, first of all, one of the main things is that it's not about your cost of goods. This is part of the formula, but it's your actual landing costs. What are those fees? What are your freight costs? What are your fees from Amazon? What are your packaging and your insert fees? Your advertising fees? So just to give you a hint, it's around 50% right now. So don't be fooled when people say it's 20, 25%. It's the wrong number. So this leads into the next one, and that's margins. You have to know this. If you don't know what your margins are, get to know it. You can't go into the marketplace with 30% or 35% or even 40%. You should be taking your landed cost and multiplying that by at least 4. That's bare minimum. I try to target between 5 and 7 times. If you're not doing that, well, you're not going to make money. And the other thing you should consider, what happens if you want to get into another marketplace like Fair or go into retail? You'll have to have a wholesale price, and you have to take that into consideration. Not today, but tomorrow. One other thing I should talk about is you're going to pay your Amazon tax. And that means on your first product, you're going to learn things. I'm consistently learning things new about Amazon. And every time I launch a new product, oh, okay, I have to pay a little bit of tax. My first product, I paid the Amazon tax. I forgot to do a lot of things. It was later on that I went, oh my gosh, what did I do? But now I know. So be prepared to lose money on your first product. On your second order, okay, now you can change that and you can get that back. You know what you did right, you know what you did wrong. It is complicated, and if you do end up making a mistake, don't worry about it. This is going to lead me to my next point, and that's resilience. If you want to become an entrepreneur, if you want to become an Amazon seller, because Amazon sellers are entrepreneurs. You might not think you are, but you are. Well, this is something that's very important, and that's resilience. You have to be prepared to get up if you get kicked between the legs. Now, is that going to happen once? I wish. Now, just imagine you get kicked between the legs once, it hurts. You're going to have to be prepared to get hit between the legs multiple times and get up smiling. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not trying to just, have a laugh here. But you're going to get hit with things you didn't expect. Amazon's going to send you out an email. This has happened to me. I sell beauty products, and all of a sudden I get a pesticide warning and they take down my listings. I have to figure it out. One of the things that you should be aware of is if this happens, how do you resolve that issue and how do you resolve it quickly? Well, that's called a plan of action. That is making sure that you already plan for this to happen in advance. Your competitors aren't doing that. If this happens, if you get suspended, most of the time, your competitors will be out for a week to 2 weeks, while you could solve this problem in hours. So that's really important, knowing about resilience. We all can do it. but how many times can you take it when Amazon changes the game on you? Let's talk about the next item, competitive analysis. If you're not doing proper competitive analysis, don't get into the game. You have to be better. You have to be one up from your competitors. You're new. You're a micro brand. Even the bigger brands on Amazon think that they're brand. They're micro brands. They're not a household name. What you need to do is make sure that you analyze your competitors. You go back, you take a look at their primary image, their titles, their bullets, everything that they're doing to get sales, and you make sure you're better than that. It could just be the quality of a product shot. Well, that's an easy fix. I'm gonna tell you a secret, and this is my secret to success, and that's the Brady Bunch strategy. I do this with every one of my products, and I continually do it, and that's to split test and see if I'm better than my competitors. So I take my competitors, I put my product in the middle, I surround it with 9 other images, and then I send it over to a company called PickFu. Now there's other companies out there, but you can ask their audience what pictures are better. Now you might want to take 1 or 2 or 3 pictures and then bring it down to whoever wins, and then another 2 or 3 pictures. But at the end of the day, you're going to find out what people like. And once that happens, then you're going to take your pictures, your primary pictures, and a couple of secondary pictures, maybe one with packaging, and see what they think. You'll be surprised. I think I know what people will like, and that's a problem. That's my ego. But what I find is probably 50-60% of the time, the audience that I'm targeting is not agreeing with the picture that I'm going to put up on Amazon. So now I can nail my competitors. I can be equal to or greater than, and that's the first thing people are going to see. My next job is to do keyword research properly so I can start to rank. And we're going to be talking about that in detail in another video. So that's it. Those are some of the items that you need to know. If you're doing that consistently, your competitors aren't, and that's how to be successful. So this wraps up this video, but there's a bunch of other videos in Digital Marketer's Amazon video series. So make sure that you check it out.